Have you ever been on like a massive project
Mm-hmm.
where one tiny delay just throws everything off?
Oh, yeah.
Like imagine you're building a bridge.
Okay.
Everything's planned down to the minute.
Right.
And then bam, the steel shipment is late.
Oh, no.
Suddenly your budget's blown, the deadline's a joke, and you're the one everyone's looking at.
Yeah, it's a project manager's nightmare,
Totally.
and it happens all the time,
Yeah.
especially in industries like construction or manufacturing,
Right.
where the schedules is tight
Mm-hmm.
and the stakes are high.
Well, that's exactly why we're doing this deep dive today.
Okay.
We've got a stack of articles and research
Oh,
all about how drones are revolutionizing project scheduling and resource allocation.
The goal today
Yeah.
is to equip you with the knowledge to not just avoid those disasters,
Right.
but to actually get ahead of the game,
Okay.
using drones to make sure your projects are delivered on time and under budget.
So let's start with the basics.
Right.
We've all seen those like cool drone shots, but how are they actually useful on, say, a construction site?
Well, think of drones as your eyes in the sky.
Okay.
They capture high-resolution images, video, even thermal data of the entire site.
Oh, wow.
And that real-time view means you, as the project manager, can keep tabs on progress without being physically present all the time.
So no more relying on those like grainy progress photos someone emailed you 3 days late.
Exactly.
We're literally seeing the project unfold as it happens.
Exactly, which
Yeah.
means if a section is falling behind,
Right.
you can spot it immediately and make adjustments before it snowballs into a major delay.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's all about catching those little issues before they become big problems.
Right.
But it's not just about the project manager being in the loop, right?
Yeah.
Drones can help the entire team stay on the same page.
Absolutely. One of the biggest challenges on large projects is communication breakdowns.
Oh, for sure.
People misinterpreting blueprints,
Yeah.
contractors not getting the latest updates. Drone footage eliminates that confusion
Okay.
by providing a single clear visual reference point.
So instead of arguing over what the plans say,
Yeah.
everyone's looking at the exact same picture of what's actually happening on the ground.
Exactly.
That's going to save a ton of headaches.
It does. And smoother communication leads to fewer errors, less wasted time, and ultimately a project that runs much more smoothly.
Okay, I'm starting to see how powerful this could be.
Yeah.
But here's the question.
Yeah.
Can drones actually predict the future of a project?
Mm-hmm.
Like tell you if you're headed for trouble down the line?
In a way, yes.
Okay.
By collecting data over time, drones can reveal patterns that might not be obvious to the human eye.
That's so interesting.
Let's say a certain phase consistently takes longer than anticipated.
Right.
A drone can pick that up and alert you to a potential bottleneck
Oh, wow.
before it causes a major delay.
So it's like having an early warning system built into the project itself.
Right.
But what about the nitty-gritty of managing resources? Can drones really help with things like keeping track of materials?
Absolutely. Real-time inventory tracking is a game changer.
Okay.
Imagine your construction project grinds to a halt
Oh, no.
because you're out of concrete.
Right.
With a drone equipped with the right sensors,
Yeah.
you can constantly monitor inventory levels,
Okay.
knowing exactly what you have on hand and when you need to order more.
So no more scrambling to find materials at the last minute and
Ah.
throwing the whole schedule into chaos.
Minimal waste, minimal disruption.
But it's not just about materials, right?
Right.
What about making sure you have the right people in the right place at the right time?
Drones can help with that too.
Really?
By providing a bird's eye view of the project,
Okay.
they can track the progress of different phases in real time.
Got it.
You can see which areas are moving ahead of schedule, which are lagging behind, and shift your workforce accordingly.
So no more guessing games about where people are needed most. You can allocate labor based on what's actually happening, not what the plan said should be happening.
Right. It's data-driven workforce management,
Yeah.
which leads to greater efficiency and fewer delays caused by labor shortages.
This is making me think about the environmental impact of projects.
Okay.
We're always hearing about reducing waste.
Yeah.
And it sounds like drones could play a role there too.
They absolutely can.
Okay.
One of the less obvious benefits of drones is their incredible precision when it comes to measuring. They use advanced sensors to create detailed 3D models of the entire project,
Wow.
which means you can order the exact amount of materials you need.
Hold on, are we saying drones can measure like how much concrete is needed for a foundation or
Yeah.
how many bricks are in a pile?
Yes.
That's pretty wild.
It is, and it's incredibly valuable.
Yeah.
With precise measurements, you eliminate overstocking, reduce leftover materials ending up in landfills,
Right.
and ultimately lower your project's environmental footprint.
So it's not just about saving money by not over-ordering materials.
Yeah.
It's about being more sustainable as well.
Exactly. And as environmental responsibility becomes increasingly important,
Yeah.
this aspect of drone technology is only going to become more valuable.
Okay, we've talked about efficiency, communication, and even sustainability.
Yeah.
But what about safety?
Right.
That's got to be a top priority for any project manager.
Absolutely. And drones can be incredibly valuable for identifying potential safety hazards on a site.
Okay.
They can access hard-to-reach areas, inspect structures for damage,
Wow.
even monitor worker safety practices, all from a safe distance.
So it's like having a constant safety patrol,
Right.
but without putting anyone at risk.
Exactly. Yeah.
And if you can spot those hazards early on, you can prevent accidents that could cause delays and potentially even save lives.
That's right. And a good safety record can be a major advantage when you're bidding on new projects.
I bet.
Clients want to know their projects are being managed responsibly.
Speaking of doing things by the book, where do drones fit into the whole world of regulatory compliance and quality control?
They can streamline those processes as well.
Go.
The detailed data they capture
Yeah.
can be used to generate comprehensive reports for inspections,
Uh-huh.
proving you're meeting all the required standards and regulations.
So it's not just pretty pictures, it's actual evidence that you're doing things right,
Exactly.
which can save a lot of headaches down the road.
And it shows transparency and accountability,
Right.
which builds trust with clients and regulatory bodies.
Wow. We've covered a lot of ground here already.
We have.
From real-time progress tracking to enhanced communication, resource optimization, safety, and even compliance.
Yeah.
It's clear that drones are becoming essential tools for managing modern projects.
They are.
But this is just the beginning.
There's so much more to discuss.
I'm ready for more.
We've only just scratched the surface of what's possible with drones and project management.
We'll be back in part 2 to explore those possibilities, so stay tuned.
Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of drones and how they're revolutionizing project management.
I'm still thinking about all the ways we discussed that drones can save time, money, and even headaches.
Yeah.
But let's be realistic.
Wow.
There are probably some challenges involved in actually integrating them into a project.
Right. Of course, it's not as simple as just buying a drone and letting it fly.
Right.
The first hurdle is choosing the right drone for the job.
Okay.
There's no one-size-fits-all solution.
So you can't just grab any drone off the shelf and expect it to magically solve all your problems.
Exactly. Different drones have different strengths.
Okay.
Some are great for aerial photography, others are built for thermal imaging, and some are designed to carry heavy sensors or equipment.
I see.
You need to consider the specific needs of your project, the size of the site, the type of data you need to collect, and even things like flight time and range.
It sounds like there's a whole science to picking the right drone.
Yeah.
So for our listener who's hearing all this and thinking, okay, I'm sold, how do I get started?
Okay.
What's the first step?
My advice would be to consult with experts in the field.
Okay.
There are companies that specialize in drone services for different industries.
Oh, interesting.
They can help you choose the right equipment, navigate the regulations, and develop a solid plan for integrating drones into your workflow.
So find a trusted partner who speaks drone, basically.
Exactly.
But it's not just about the hardware, right?
Yeah.
What about the software side of things?
That's just as important. You need the right software to process and analyze all the data the drone collects.
Right.
Luckily, there are some amazing platforms out there
Okay.
that can turn that raw data into actionable insights you can use to make decisions.
So it's not just about having a drone flying around taking pretty pictures. It's
No.
about making sense of the information it gathers.
Precisely. And the best part is, these software platforms are getting more and more user-friendly.
Oh, that's good.
Many have intuitive dashboards, customizable reports, and even AI-powered analytics that can spot patterns and trends you might miss.
Okay, this is all starting to sound pretty high-tech.
It is.
But let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Okay.
Cost. Drones are still a relatively new technology.
Right.
How can our listener justify that investment to their bosses or clients?
It's all about the return on investment.
Okay.
Yes, there's an upfront cost for the equipment, software, and training,
Right.
but the potential savings and efficiency gains can quickly outweigh that investment.
So you're saying that even though drones might seem expensive at first,
Yeah.
they can actually save you money in the long run?
Exactly. Think about it. You can monitor progress remotely, reducing the need for expensive on-site visits.
Okay.
You can prevent costly delays by tracking inventory in real time.
Right.
And by identifying safety hazards early, you can avoid accidents that could lead to huge expenses.
Those are some pretty compelling arguments.
They are.
And it's not just about saving money, right?
Right. It's about delivering a better project overall.
Absolutely. By streamlining communication, reducing risks, and optimizing resources, drones can help you complete projects on time, within budget, and to a higher standard.
So it's a win-win for everyone involved.
It is.
But like with any new technology, there are bound to be some challenges and ethical considerations.
Of course.
For example, what about data privacy?
Mm-hmm.
Drones collect a lot of information.
That's a crucial point.
Yeah.
Drones do capture a lot of data, including images of people, property, and potentially sensitive infrastructure.
Right.
So it's essential to have clear data management protocols in place and be transparent about how that data is being used.
So being upfront with stakeholders about what information is being collected, how it's being used, and how their privacy is being protected.
That transparency is key.
Got it.
Another concern people often have is the impact on jobs.
Right.
Will drones replace human workers?
It's a valid question.
Huh.
Automation is a hot topic these days. It is, but I see drones as tools that augment human capabilities, not replace them.
Okay.
They can handle repetitive or dangerous tasks,
Right.
freeing up human workers to focus on more complex and strategic work.
So instead of replacing jobs, drones are actually changing the nature of those jobs.
Right. For example, a drone can inspect a bridge for damage, but it's still a human engineer who analyzes the data and makes decisions about repairs.
That makes sense.
It's about finding the right balance between human expertise and technological advancements.
This all makes me think about the role of regulations in this rapidly evolving field.
Yeah.
There must be a lot of rules to navigate when it comes to flying drones, especially on a project site.
There are, and they're constantly evolving.
Oh, wow.
We're talking about things like airspace management, drone registration, licensing requirements for operators,
Right.
and guidelines for data collection and privacy.
I see.
It's a lot to keep up with.
So it's not just a matter of buying a drone and figuring it out as you go.
Right.
You really need to understand the rules of the game.
Exactly, and there are resources available to help you do that.
Okay.
Government agencies, industry associations, and even specialized consulting firms can provide guidance on navigating the world of drone regulations.
This has been a fascinating look at the practicalities of incorporating drones into project management.
It has.
We've talked about choosing the right drone, the importance of software, the return on investment, ethical considerations, and even the evolving world of regulations.
Yeah, it's a lot to consider.
But we're not done yet.
There's still more to explore.
Okay, let's keep going.
We'll be back in part 3 to talk about the future of drones and their impact on different industries.
Welcome back to the deep dive.
It's great to be back.
We've spent the last 2 segments talking about how drones are changing the game for project management. But it feels like we've only scratched the surface.
We have.
The real excitement is when you start to see how this technology is impacting different industries. Not just in how projects are managed, but in what's actually possible.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's dive into that.
Okay.
Give me some examples.
Right.
Where are we seeing drones making the biggest waves?
Well, construction is an obvious one. Drones are streamlining everything from site surveying and progress monitoring to material delivery and safety inspections.
I can imagine that's a game changer for those massive construction projects where keeping track of everything can be a logistical nightmare.
Exactly, and it's not just about efficiency.
Right.
Drones are also helping to improve safety on construction sites.
Okay.
Imagine being able to inspect a building's roof for damage without sending someone up there to risk a fall.
So drones are keeping workers safe while also gathering crucial information.
Exactly.
What about other industries?
Okay.
Where else are drones making a difference?
Infrastructure is another area where we're seeing huge impact.
Okay.
Think about inspecting bridges, power lines, pipelines, things that are spread out over vast distances or located in hard-to-reach places.
So instead of sending crews out to climb towers or dangle from bridges, we can send drones to do the inspections quickly and safely.
Precisely. And the data those drones collect can then be used to create incredibly detailed 3D models,
Oh, wow.
allowing engineers to assess structural integrity, pinpoint potential problems, and plan maintenance much more effectively.
It's like having a virtual inspector constantly monitoring these critical pieces of infrastructure.
Right.
And what about agriculture?
Okay.
I've heard drones are being used on farms, too.
They are, and it's revolutionizing the way we grow food.
Really?
Drones equipped with special cameras can capture images that reveal the health of crops,
Mm-hmm.
allowing farmers to identify areas that need attention, optimize fertilizer application, and even predict yields more accurately.
Wow. So instead of relying on just eyeballing their fields, farmers can get real-time, data-driven insights into how their crops are doing.
Exactly.
Incredible.
And it's not just about increasing efficiency and yields.
Okay.
By using drones for precision agriculture, farmers can reduce their environmental impact. That's great. They can use less water, apply fertilizers only where needed, and minimize the use of pesticides.
So it's a win for productivity and sustainability.
It is.
It's really amazing to see how far this technology has come and how it's being used to solve real-world problems.
It really is, and we're really just at the beginning.
Oh, wow.
As drones become more sophisticated
Yeah.
and the software that powers them continues to advance, who knows what the future holds?
Okay, so we've talked about the present and glimpse into the future.
We have.
But before we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
I want to bring it back to our listener.
Yeah.
What's the one key takeaway they should walk away with today?
The key takeaway is that drone technology is not a fad.
Right.
It's a transformative force that's here to stay.
I agree.
It's reshaping industries, creating new opportunities, and fundamentally changing the way we work.
So whether you're a project manager, a business owner, or just someone who's curious about the future, understanding the potential of drones is essential.
Absolutely. In a world where efficiency, innovation, and data-driven decision-making are more important than ever,
Right.
embracing drone technology is no longer optional.
Yeah.
It's a strategic advantage.
I couldn't agree more. So to our listener, we encourage you to explore how drones could revolutionize your projects and industries.
Yeah.
The sky's the limit. And be sure to check out our sponsor, Aerial Decisions, for cutting-edge drone solutions. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll see you next time.